Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in into another live video. Welcome, welcome. Sending you all love, positive vibe. It's the weekend. I hope you're really treating yourself. You're rejuvenating, refining, and yeah, taking this time to re-educate yourself and to be a better version of yourself. Fill up your own cup so therefore you can serve other people as the week comes along. So, first of all, I want to take this opportunity to ask you all, what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for this morning? It's such a wonderful day, bright day. I'm going to be heading out today, really treating myself and really filling up my own cup. Because a lot of us, what tends to happen is we focus so much on giving and serving others that along the journey we tend to forget ourselves, and we tend to forget about our own health, our own mental well-being, our own spiritual well-being, our own physical well-being. So it's really, really, really important. I really want you to share it with me and make it your focus today. Make it your idea today of how it is that you're going to treat yourself, and how is it that you're going to take care of yourself, so that therefore when Monday comes you're able to serve people to the best of your ability, to the best of your potential, from the best of your capability. So take that moment and just let me know, what are you grateful for today? I'm just grateful for this beautiful weather, and for me to be able to have another opportunity, another time, another day to be able to make my visions into a reality, to be able to make an impact and influence in your lives, to be able to educate you, inspire you, and empower you. So yeah, thank you so much for the privilege. Thank you so much for the honor, and I love you all so much. And today, what I want to really talk about is the greatest power that there is right now that you can possibly focus on and cultivate, which is self control. Yesterday I was on Facebook and I posted a status which was, what is your biggest challenges? And although there were few people that replied to that status, there was something that I've noticed. And what I've noticed was that both of those challenges that people shared with me, it was an external down. It had nothing to do with our internal ups and downs. It had everything to do with our external downs. And the reality is, guys, a lot of us, we live a life that we are not creating. We live a life that is being created for us by external ups and downs, external situations, external certain circumstances, and people's opinions and beliefs and their conditioning. So what I'm telling you is, this weekend should all be about, because it's your in I say this timeless after time again, it's your internal world that is creating your external world. Irrelevant and regardless of what you're experiencing, whatever you're going through, wherever you are in life, whatever status you have right now, I want you to understand, and I want you really to comprehend, and I want this to be in every cell in your body, that you get to decide from where you want to start. You get to decide how you want to feel. You get to decide whether you want to step into your leadership or not. So let this weekend be all about self-control, controlling your mind, controlling your heart, and cultivating this power, cultivating this tool, cultivating the divinity within you, and just understanding that you can make a decision instantaneously in this current moment, that you're going to become into the person that you want to become. You're not going to wait for anything that's happening externally. You're not going to wait for that opportunity. You're not going to wait for that time, for that resources. You're just going to create the resources within you. And by resources, I mean the emotions and the feelings. What's really important this weekend is that what's really important for you to become aware of, and what's really important to cultivate this weekend, is where are you going to focus your energy on, and when are you going to focus your energy on that. The vast majority of time, we allow life to push us around. We allow life to move us around. We allow distractions to consume our energy and make us feel certain way and certain things that we don't necessarily want to feel. The reality is, guys, you're going to go through so much circumstances and challenges in life. You're going to experience things in life, and so therefore it's really important that you are able to become more self-control. You are able to become more harmonized, more balanced within you, so that therefore you can see your circumstances, and you can see your situations, and you can see the challenges for what it really is, so that therefore you can use those moments to cultivate more of love, more of connection, more of empowerment, more of inspiration, and to become closer and connect with yourselves a little further and further and further and further. Don't allow don't allow your outside circumstances, and do not allow things to consume you, but to grow you. And this is so important. So it's all about, when I was saying about the self power is all about you deciding where you want to focus your energy on and when you want to focus your energy on. And this is the power that you have, and I want you to take charge of that this weekend. Really cultivate it. So rather than allowing people to distract you, rather than allowing circumstances and situations to distract you, how are you going to become more still? How are you going to become more calm? And how are you going to become more detached? It's only when you are capable of becoming detached, it's only when you are capable of becoming calm and still, you're able to navigate through your situation rather than situations navigating through you. You're able to experience any ups and downs very clearly, very sensibly, and very powerfully. You don't become so when you're experiencing good things, you don't become too attached to that pleasure, to all those good things. But also when you're experiencing negative things, you don't become too attached to the pain and to the depression and negative things. A lot of us, including myself, this is how I used to be when things that made me feel uncomfortable, I used to experience those, I used to become so overwhelmed. And then when I used to experience pleasurable things, I used to become so excited. But what's going to happen in life is it's going to be a roller coaster. Sometimes things are going to be really exciting, and other times things are going to be really down. Maybe perhaps a family member is going to die, or an accident is going to happen, or you're going to become ill. There's going to be something that's going to happen. And the most important thing is that detachment. And when I say detachment, I don't mean that nothing owns you. I don't mean that you don't own nothing. I mean nothing owns you. So therefore, meaning that yes, you can become close to this experience, but do not allow this experience to become attached to you. So when awful things are happening, when challenging things are happening, don't allow it to overwhelm you, to consume you, to the point where you don't really see your reality for what it is, because you're too busy making it worse than it is or better than it is. It's only when you can begin to see your reality for what it really is, you can grow from it. You can become a better version, and you can allow this to empower you. You can leverage off this. So this is what's important. I want you to remember that a lot of people, they really get it mistaken. They think detachment means, oh, I'm just going to do absolutely nothing so that nothing affects me. But the reality is, whether you do things or whether you don't do things, there are going to be things that are going to affect you. So it's more important, it's more imperative that you learn how to become close to things. You learn how to become close to your clients. You learn how to become close, whatever it is that you want to become close to, but don't allow it to consume you. Don't allow it to overwhelm you. And don't allow it to dictate how you feel, what you do, and who you become. That is your choice. That is your personal power, and that's what you get to decide. Nobody else and nothing else. So you can become close to anything, but don't let it consume you. And the best way, guys, the one way I practice this is through love. A lot of us, the reason why we become so attached to things, and we allow things to consume us, is because most times we're in our ego. Most times when we're looking into circumstances, when we're looking into situations, we're looking either out from fear or love. And most times it's fear. It's fear because we are not necessarily taking control of our energy. We're not necessarily taking control of our mind. And therefore, when we look at circumstances, when we look at situations, when we look at the news, and what's filtering in our mind is fear. We look at it from fear-based rather than love-based. And therefore, we become greedy. We become selfish. We become self-centered. All we focus on is about ourselves, our popularity, our fame, our recognition, our acceptance. But the best way is just to develop clarity. Most reasons why we don't know what we need and what we want in life is because we don't even understand ourselves. And so therefore, if you don't even understand yourself, how can you understand what it is that you want and what it is that you need in your life? So again, it goes back to self-actualization and self-analyzation. Being able to look at yourself in the mirror, being able to self-reflect, to self-reflect on the thing, on who you really and truly are. Once you can begin to really self-reflect on who you truly and really are, then you can look at the world balanced. You can look at the world as it is without really becoming overwhelmed in what's going on outside there. And there's so much distractions going on outside there. So clarity is absolutely imperative in order for you to really grow, develop, and be the better version of yourself that you're capable of becoming, to be able to transform your life and to be able to come from a place of love rather than continuing to come from a place of fear. Because a lot of us, we're functioning from fear. We're functioning from fear, and this fear then evolves and it becomes into multiple and many things that doesn't necessarily serve our lives, that doesn't necessarily serve our health, and that doesn't necessarily serve whatever. So just really take the time to focus your energy, to focus your time, and to focus your attention on being able to work on yourself, on being able to cleanse your energy, and being able to understand what it is you want and who it is that you are. And the best way, guys, I'm going to tell you, mind management is life management. Most times when we are experiencing challenging moments, we actually make it worse than it is, because we take the story, we put the story in our head, and we attach negative meanings and negative feelings, and that are all based and attached to our conditionings, our beliefs, and what we've been taught about the world. And this is destroying us, and it's eating us inside bit by bit. It's impacting our success, it's impacting our prosperity and our fulfillment to life. So mind management equals life management. Take control of your mind, take hold of your mind, and you'll be able to take hold of your life. I just want to leave it at that. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you want to be part of the show, it's going to start Saturday. If you want to be part of the show, guys, drop me a message and I'll be more than happy to have you on and for us to have a chat and discussion. Love you all. Take care. Bless you all and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.